Welcome to the MPO's open house for the study on electrical vehicle inventory and preliminary new locations. Why did we do this study? Electrical vehicles are becoming increasingly popular, offering a more sustainable and cost-effective way to travel. But to make the switch to electricity truly convenient, we need a robust charging station network. To be at the forefront of a sustainable transportation future, the MPO is developing a study with the following in mind. Environmental benefits. Electrical vehicles produce significantly fewer emissions compared to gasoline vehicles. By understanding our charging needs, we can encourage wider electrical vehicle adoption, leading to a cleaner air and healthier environment. Energy independence. EVs rely on electricity, which can be sourced from renewable sources like solar or wind. This reduces our dependence on fossil fuels and fosters energy security. Economic growth. The EV industry is rapidly growing. By building a robust charging infrastructure, we can attract EV-oriented businesses and create new job opportunities in the MPO area. What's included in this study? There are 3 sections. Section 1, electrical vehicle charging infrastructure basics. It covers EV education, charging infrastructure, strategic location selections, and federal standards. Section 2, status and need assessment, delves into the current status of EVs and charging ports in Monongalia County, presenting data on existing infrastructure while forecasting future needs using US DOT and US DOE tools. Section 3, preliminary recommendations, identifies potential locations for new charging ports to meet the rising demand for electric mobility. Currently, there are 3 types of electrical vehicles on the market: battery electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, and fuel cell electric vehicles. To start, battery electric vehicles, EVs, run on electricity only and are recharged from an external power source. EBVs include battery electric buses and electric school buses. They're also referred to as an all-electric vehicle. Second, there are plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. They run on electricity and are recharged from an external power source. They incorporate a smaller internal combustion engine that can recharge the battery. When electricity is unavailable, PHEVs can run on gasoline alone. Third, there are fuel cell electrical vehicles. They use the electrochemical process to convert hydrogen into electricity, not for recharging its battery from an external source. This study focuses on the first 2 that are circled in the red box on the screen. There are 3 different charging port types. First, we have level 1. They are common residential 120 volt alternating current outlet. They have about 40 to 50 hours to charge in a light-duty BEV, 5 to 6 hours to charge a PHEV. Typically, you will see these in one's home. Level 2 charging port types sustain a 240 volt in residential applications or 208 volt in commercial applications. Takes about 4 to 10 hours to charge a light duty BEV and 1 to 2 hours to charge a PHEV. Typically, you will see these at home, the workplace, and in public. Last, there are the direct current fast charging port types. They're common for heavy traffic corridors. Takes about 20 minutes to 1 hour to charge a light-duty BEV to 80%, and about 5 to 30 minutes to charge a light-duty PHEV to 80%. Most PHEVs currently on the market are not capable of using this port. Typically, you will see these in public. This study focuses on level 2 and DCFC charging port types, circled in the red box. When looking for the local selection, we consider land availability and cost, electric grid capability, community needs and preferences, and equity considerations. The needs assessments presented in the next few slides for current local needs and future local needs were calculated by using the Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Projection Tool, LIGHT, provided by the U.S. Department of Energy Alternative Fuels Data Center. Currently, there is a need for 65 public Level 2 charging ports. Ideally, there would be 6 ports in retail locations, 4 in recreational center locations, 8 in healthcare facility locations, 4 in education facility locations, 3 in community center locations, 3 in transportation center locations, 29 in our local neighborhoods, and 8 in office area locations. There is a current need for 10 public DC fast charging ports. Ideally, there would be 5 ports in retail locations at 150 kilowatts, 1 port in a retail location at 250 kilowatts, 3 ports in a recreational center at 150 kilowatts, and 1 port in a recreational center at 250 kilowatts. Staff did a thorough analysis to determine future local needs for the year 2030. There will be a future need for 253 public Level 2 charging ports. Ideally, there would be 30 ports in retail locations, 13 in recreational center locations, 22 in healthcare facility locations, 13 in education facility locations, 10 in community center locations, 19 in transit facility locations, 109 in neighborhood locations, and 37 in office locations. There will be a future need for 23 public DC fast charging ports. Ideally, there would be 6 at retail locations at 150 kilowatts, 3 at retail locations at 250 kilowatts, 5 at retail locations at 350 kilowatts, 4 at recreational center locations at 150 kilowatts, 2 more at recreational center locations at 250 kilowatts, and 3 at recreational center locations at 350 kilowatts. The map presented is the new EV charging station concept map. There are many focus areas we are looking at that are non-neighborhood. These include office areas, transportation, educational facilities, healthcare facilities, recreational community centers, and retail areas. These areas were suggested and identified by our analysis that used federal software. This concept map is also focusing on equity priority, which is based on FHWA and federal equity data, and community preferences, which are based on local knowledge. Nothing is set in stone, these are simply concept areas. Staff is hoping for public feedback to incorporate into our final analysis.